All right, guys, this is Dorcas. I am going to talk to you guys about the newbie junk journal makers Family RAK event. I noticed last month we had a little bit of confusion about the Family RAK event and what's going on with it. The Family RAK event is always family themed, and the way this came about was Melody and I were talking one day, and I was telling her that I was planning on making this book right here. It is a family history and genealogy book because I inherited my grandmother's stash of family photos. They go back to the 1800s on her side of the family, which the last name was Tarats, from Puerto Rico, and then later on some of the family moved to Mexico from Puerto Rico. And so they were a very well-to-do family, so there were a lot of portraits and that kind of thing from that family in my grandmother's stash. And so as it turns out, my ex-husband had taken those pictures when we got divorced with a lot of my things. And so when my daughter visited him about 2 years ago, she brought those pictures back to me. And I got bitten by the little bit of genealogy bug. I have a friend who studies genealogy, and so she helped me do some research. We were able to actually find my paternal grandfather's family going back all the way to the 1400s before America was discovered. So we were able to find records going back that far on the Colazo side of my family, which was insane. I haven't even had the chance to talk to my father about this yet. And so that prompted this desire to make a journal to put those photos in and to do all the rest of the research that's left to do on my family tree. And Melody and I were talking about it, and she's like, I would love to do a Family RAK event. And so that's how that started. And Sheila Johnson had been doing a few family history journals for her family. And so she and I got together and we worked on this together for a little while. She's doing other things now, but that's how this idea came about. And both Sheila and I made some videos on how to make a journal to put your family racks into. So we did, I believe, 2 or 3 projects first, and then we worked on the journal to put those 2 or 3 projects we had done. It seems like the journal videos were lost within the post about the RAK event projects, and no one actually really saw the books. So my book, it is a very wide book because I have all that information that I have found on my family that I know I'm going to need space for. So mine is 3.5, almost 4 inches wide, and the spine. I did my own version of a faux spine where I only have the holes here and up here, and I show in the video how to do that because I watched the faux spine ones and they were too complicated for me, and I was like, look, I can DIY this situation. And so that's how this came about. This is faux leather that I bought at Joann's, so not even very expensive stuff. The size of this is 7 inches by, by 9, 7 by 9. So it's a 7 by 9 book. And I did these. This is some metal work that I had bought from Melody a while back when I bought some stuff from her, and that works perfect there. I had to shape it and use a little hammer to bend it out like that, but it works beautifully. And I glued it down with jewelry glue because I was afraid that the metal wouldn't adhere to the faux leather. So what I ended up doing was I realized that I was doing the Family RAK event, and this was something that wasn't discussed in the original video on how to make this book. But I realized that I wanted to be able to keep the things that you guys were sending me in the Family RAK, which is why I have this little thing here tucked in the corner. This was from the very first project, which was the altered paperclip. Someone out there has some of the ones I made, but I received this one from one of the ladies in the group. So comes out. Beautiful piece of sari silk. I have been saving this since the day I got it. I'm sorry. That's the reason this video is a little late also, because my throat is so bad. I didn't even have voice yesterday, and I've got, this is water. It's in a McDonald's cup, but it's just water. So I received this from her, and it is a tiny little family album. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look, it's a tiny little family album inside the paperclip, which is absolutely beautiful. I feel like I need to make some more of these. It is so cool, and she did such a great job. And this was Patsy Huerta who did it, and it is beautiful. And then here on the back, it's got this little clip with the charms on it with the little hearts. It is just adorable, adorable. And she sent it to me, and I was gushing all over it when she showed it in her projects. But oh my goodness, I was so honored to receive it. So I've decided, I got sidetracked, sorry guys. So I have decided that out of my family book, because I made these signatures individual signatures, let me show you here with this middle one. I made these signatures individual, and they're sewn. So I can literally take this out, work on it, and then slide it back in. And so I used some 1/4 of an inch elastic, so it's strong. And I went ahead and added that to my faux spine, and I added these. Because sometimes I don't like the way the elastic binding looks. I think sometimes it looks a little, especially in this case, since I'm using this elastic that's a stronger stuff. So that's why I went with the faux binding on this. This is a paper pad collection that is family related, and I bought all the pieces to it, as well as the stamps and stuff that say our family, and has like little nameplates on the stamps so that you could put the family name on there. And so I want to go ahead and I made enough pieces here where I can add another signature here if I wanted to, and another signature here. So in essence, I have 6 elastics. I'm only using 4 at the time. So if my family grows, I can add to this. That's why I love this version of my faux spine, because this book can grow with me as my family grows. Let me just double check that I'm still in frame. Good girl. And so my very first signature out of the book is going to be my signature for the Family RAK Event swap. So I am going to take everything that everybody has sent me in the swap so far, and I am going to put it in this first signature, and I'm going to keep this signature with my book, because you guys have sent me some amazing things and some beautiful pieces of art that I want to keep with this family book, because I think they were inspired by each other. So I have one signature for my Family RAK event, and the rest of the signatures at this point, right now I have 3. The rest of my signatures are for my Family RAK event. And I will tell you this, these 4 signatures are put together, but I set aside some pieces of paper from this collection specifically so that I would have them if in the future I needed to set up additional signatures. So as things evolved, I decided that I will take one signature out and use it for my Family RAK. So I need to replace that signature, and I'll be making another one. And then I decided that I really need to make a signature for my future. So in my mind, this was like my maternal's grandmother, my paternal grandfather, my paternal grandmother, and I was going to have another one for my maternal grandmother and her side of the family. So I wanted to have 4 signatures for my family history stuff. History is a lot bigger than what I have right now available in the future, as my children are only like 25, 18, and 17. So I know that I'm going to be making another signature that's going to be for my future, for my grandchildren and my daughters and their husbands and all that. So that's why I have this extra spot here to add another signature. So I set aside paper enough for that kind of stuff. And I have paper scraps from when I cut these pages down, because these were 12 by 12, to add. So as I ramble on, I want to show you the things I have gotten. I showed you this one, which came from Patsy. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this here in my book. Let's see, where could we put this? I think I'm going to glue this down right here in my counter page. Doesn't that look good there? It's a postcard in the back, but the front is so pretty. Let me grab my corner rounder real quick, and let's round these corners just a little bit. Since I discovered corner rounders, I am in love. Okay, so I'm going to round this corner, and I'm going to go ahead and add this here to my book so I can use it as a tuck spot. And do I want to do it there, or do I want to do it over here? No, it contrasts better there, doesn't it? Yes, it'll go there. Let's see, this side. Guys, I keep losing my lids to this, and I'm just cannibalizing other items to keep this glue happy. So that was like my tacky glue lid that I just slid on top of this because I lost the Fabri-Tac lid. Okay. When I'm doing projects that I want to have dry quickly, I will use this Fabri-Tac. I am back to using my tacky glue quite a bit because I really noticed how much money I was spending on the Fabri-Tac. I was spending way too much money on it. And, you know, I have to be sensible while I craft. I want a good glue, but I also want a glue that allows me to buy distress inks. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to take this beautiful paper clip and I am going to clip it up here. And we're going to have a little namaste sign showing, which is beautiful. Oh, this is so pretty, guys. Okay, so there's my first family rack that I received. This one came from Julie Powell, and I think I posted thank yous to her for this, or I posted some pictures, but I never actually showed this because it is insanely beautiful. And so this is the family family picture waterfall, and she actually wrote the information about her family on the back, which I thought was amazing. And so I want to glue this down, but at the same time, I don't want to lose access to this. So I was thinking if I could maybe put it here and perhaps add some hinges. That's what I was thinking that I might do with this one. I mean, this is beautiful, Julie. You did such a wonderful job. And this one was a family waterfall of pictures. She did an excellent job. So I think this one needs to be hinged so that it can open up and I can see the back of it. So then I'm going to show you another one here. This one was the one where we did the project with the belly band. And this one was one of my sample ones, which is, you know, glued down, but doesn't have anything on it. And then this is the one that I did for the actual project. And then I glued it down, and I realized if I glue it down, I can't send it to someone, you nanini. So what we're going to make this time is going to be this loaded envelope. This was something that I had tucked in behind this, but I'm going to make this loaded envelope. This is going to be our project for this month. So I'm going to put it back here for now, but I will walk you through how to make those. This one is another one that I received. This one is a belly band one, and she did an amazing job. And I thought I had kept the card from her with this so I could say who gave it to me. Oh, I'm bad. But this was the belly band, and look at how many she sent me. She sent me 1, 2, 3, 4 belly bands. They are amazing. So I'm going to be putting these also in the book. I don't know where I'm going to be putting them, but I think this one would look really nice against that patina page, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, this one lives there for sure. Let's add a little bit of glue at the top and the bottom. And then we'll go back to Julie's and I'll look for stuff that I can use to make the hinges. Okay. Oh, I almost don't want to close that off. Too bad. Okay, I'm going to do a little dab of glue here. Yeah, because it's a belly band. So dab of glue here. Dab of glue there. I'm going to glue that down. I am going to open it up, right? And I'm going to add a smidgen of glue right here at the bottom of the page. And I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's not a very comfortable position. So I apologize if you couldn't see that well. I'm going to glue that down. And then I'm going to take, let's make sure this is as centered as possible. Okay. Then I'm going to take this back one, and I want to still be able to have this pocket. So I'm going to just glue down the side and here, so that I can use this still as a pocket for my tags. Okay. So I hope I'm not out of frame. Let me move this up a little if that helps. Sorry, there's no really place to move it up. I'm going to do a little dab of glue there just to make sure. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to fold this down. I'm going to glue it in place. And I am so sorry, the person who gave me this, I took your envelope and I realized that I stuck it in my correspondence journal, and I did not do it with this, and I feel so guilty because I tried to keep the names with everything except for yours. I apologize tremendously. Your work is so beautiful, so I'm so sorry that I can't say your name right now because I can't remember. I'm bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's see this one. Oh my, there are 2. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at that, guys. This one I'm also going to glue down. Let's glue it down. Let's glue it down here. Oh, wow. Goes perfect there. And I'm going to glue the top and the bottom. And I'm not going in order in this book, as you could probably tell. I'm just gluing things where I think they look the best. So this is going to be my reminder of the family rack. I'm going to get to keep this with all your beautiful work. And so this one, you know how sometimes you get things in a swap and they end up on your bucket of things that you're going to use in a journal, and whether that journal stays with you or not, you know, you use the material, which is what we should always do with our materials that we receive. Whether you received it in a swap or not, you should put your materials to use, because then we're just hoarding. And you know, hoarding is it's a disease, and we don't want to partake too heavily in it. So you should always use the things that you receive in your swaps, whether they stay with you forever or whether you put them in a journal and that journal goes to a home where it's loved and looked at and written and cherished. That's really what why we do this, right? So most of the things that I have, I've been putting in my completed ephemera if I get a swap item, or I will put it if it's something that is just over the top insanely beautiful. I will put it aside and put it in my correspondence journal. I think that I'm going to save this one for a book that I'm making for myself, for my personal journal that I'm working on, because I really love this. And since it doesn't have any of the family pictures in it, I can take it and turn it into a flip out so that both sides of this can be seen, because this paper's yummy. So I'm going to set that one aside and put it in my correspondence journal. And then we're going to put this one in the family journal as well. I think these go here, and I took them out and put them in the wrong place. Yes, I think those go there. Do we want them there? I think they live there. I think this family lives there. Put her there. And am I going to glue the whole thing down? No, belly band it. Belly band it. Okay, so I'm just going to glue at the bottom and at the top and turn it and use it as a belly band. And do the same up here. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. And I know I took pictures of this, and I know that in the pictures I'll find the name of the person who sent me this, because I took pictures with the envelope so that I would always remember, because I want to put those in my correspondence journal. Okay. Okay, so that one is in place. And this one, I don't know if you guys noticed, but this one looks very, very boho-y. And I am going to be working on a boho journal for the group, and it's going to be my next project after the Family RAK event. So I'm going to save this for that boho journal because it is so cute. And oh, I remember I took these out and they were hard to put back in. Oh, schnookums. Okay, there we go. Ah, I did much better this time. And so I'm going to save this tag for my boho journal. So I'll put that aside, and I got 2 of the Family RAK things that she sent me in here, and they are beautiful, just beautiful. Okay, so now let's get Julie's glued in. And no, we don't want to glue it in. We want hinges. Hinges! I have a little piece of velvet trim, and I think that's what I'm going to use. Okay. So I have this pink velvet trim, and I think I could make my hinges out of this. Okay. So I think I need 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 hinges. And I am going to go ahead and cut this. I think I'm going to do something a little decorative with the back of them so that they kind of look like little flags. So on the inside, I'm going to do them, make them look straight so that they don't take up a lot of space on the inside of my waterfall. But the part that's going to be glued to the back, I'm going to do this little thing so that it looks kind of cute. Don't know if it will look cute, but that's my idea. Let's do that. Oh Lord, I can't cut. There we go. There we go. One more. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these here. I'm going to glue them right there. I don't want them to take up a lot of real estate on my waterfall. So I'm going to glue them that way. I'm going to start with this one. Yes. And I'm actually going to put the glue on this. I'm going to put the glue on the ribbon. And then I'm going to glue this down. So ladies, with the family rack, I want to talk to you about what we're going to be doing in the future as I'm putting these in my family rack journal. In the future, for the next 3 months, after this loaded envelope that we're going to do this week or this month, we are going to be using a few, oh shoot, it's the wrong side. Oh no. Oh cool. It came clean. Look at me cheating. Okay. Sorry, got sidetracked. We are going to be doing the next 3 months of family rack, so that would be September, November, and December. We are going to be using calendars to do the family rack. And the reason for it is I really don't celebrate a lot of the holiday things. And I know that everybody else does. And so in order to keep my peace of, my mind and my conscience clear, I want to use the calendar, because a calendar will have fall themed things. A calendar will have, snowy themed things for December. So everybody gets to use those things that they have and that will work for them. For me, I am going to be using the calendar, as well as I'm going to be using the Edith Holden book. So, give me 1 sec, guys. All right. Sorry, guys, I had a little bit of an interruption. My son-in-law came to bring me treats because he loves his mama-in-law. And so, there we go. So let's glue this last one down. Then he'll turn around and tease my daughter and tell her that I love him better. It is hilarious. Okay, put this one down right here. Okay. So now that these are all glued in, and you can see they look kind of funny, think about how cute they're going to look when I glue the back of them down over here like this. And then they will look like little hinges over the top of these little pen nibs, which is uber cute. Like that. So let's start putting some glue down one by one on these tabs. It is so windy. The weatherman says that our temperature, from being in the 80s where it's been for the past week or so, 80s and 90s, is going to go down 20 degrees tonight from that. And then by tomorrow we should be in the 60s, which is crazy to me. But it is Idaho, so, you do what you can with what you got. And what you got is cold weather in Idaho. Okay. So maybe I'll do the top one to give me some stability while I'm gluing these down. Okay, I am totally going to toot my own horn, but I really like the idea that developed as I was cutting these of having one be the outer part, the little flag part, and the other one the little like arrow part. I mean, I'm just gonna pat myself on the back for that one because I think it looks adorbs. Okay. And so, like I was saying, for the next 3 months, I am going to recommend that everybody grab themselves a calendar. If you can find, if you can find them at the Dollar Tree or if you do want to do something really fancy and go Barnes and Nobles and buy something there. But just a calendar that has some pretty pictures that are seasonal, that has, something cute for October, something cute for December. They are not going to be like Halloween tags or Thanksgiving tags, but, fall appropriate, wintertime appropriate kind of images. That's what we're going to do. And then you can put them in whatever you like. But we definitely want to have a family together kind of portrait for December. Okay, there we go. My family traveled a lot. When the kids were out of school in Puerto Rico, they get almost a month of time off. So my family would travel to Florida, which is where I was raised, from Puerto Rico, and we were always together in December, not because we were celebrating, because my family doesn't really do the holiday thing, but because everybody was off from work and everybody was off from school, and that was just when we would vacation. And so a nice family portrait would be perfect. All right, so now you can see how cool that turned out. And I still get all the nice information that Julie spent her time adding to here, and all the journaling spaces she gave me. And then these little pieces of pink velvet are not too intrusive, but then on the back they look really cute. Whoa, it is windy. Let me close my sliding glass door. I usually play around in here with it open. And it was windy, but it had not been this bad. Sorry about that. It blew in my curtains and everything, and the patio is pretty deep. It's more than 4 feet deep, and it still blew in some rain. All right, guys. So we have got my family rack, my first family rack that I've received, and it's the first one that we did, which was the altered paperclip. Then we did the belly band. And here's the belly band. And this is the one I made. And then these are the ones I received. This one. This one. And this one. And then, I don't know if you noticed my lights are blinking. I think it's the weather. Something's going to go. And then we've got this one right here, which was the waterfall. Got that one. And then I think the lights are really going to go out. Oh, no fun whatsoever. And then this is my family rack journal that has one signature dedicated to my friends' family that have participated in the RAK event with me and have shared their family with me. And then it's got the rest of the signatures dedicated to my family and my family history. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this gave you all the information that you need going forward. I am going to go ahead and do a separate video for the loaded envelope, which is this one. That is going to be this month's project. And this is an example. I'll make a new one, obviously. And so this is going to be in a separate video. But I hope this helps give you the information that you need. The family rack is always posted on the 6th. I could not post on the 6th because I hadn't had a voice for 2 days. And as you can tell today, it has not been hit and miss with my voice anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this. And then I will upload the video as well. All right, guys, you have a fantastic day, and bye for now. Don't forget to, if you're doing the Family RAK event, post your pictures in the group and let us see your beautiful work. Bye for now.